Okay, before I get into your reading, Scorpio, yeah, you probably think about, well, come on, get to it already. Well, go on your pigeons. So that way everybody knows down below in the description box to my Teespring, I actually have merch out now for every zodiac sign, and pretty much what it is you have like the symbol and like the design of the zodiac sign, and then on the back of it, it has the quote associated. Like for an example, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. Taurus has "I am secure," and then it has all the colors associated with that for like a T-shirt, mug, accessory patch, pillow, socks. Yeah, you get the idea. So if that's something that interests you, just take a look down below. And yes, I know you're probably thinking, how come Scorpio is not here? Isn't that the point of the video name? Yeah, well, listen, Cupcake, they're all going up there slowly but surely, okay? Just make sure you keep checking back each week. But I promise it'll be up there. But now back to on track of this video. So Scorpio, essentially how my readings work, they go a little bit like this. Essentially every week we all start with a Dark Goddess Oracle card, times 3. The first goddess to come out is the one that's in power, or the one that favors you, or the one that's going to help you this week the most. The second one to come out is the one who you must seek out, or pretty much take in her qualities and start using them in today's world in order to gain the best results for this week. And then the last goddess is the one telling you, listen, dude, that stinger of yours, yeah, you're pretty fancy with it, but did you kind of forget you know how to have some self-control with it? In other words, it's the one that's telling you, don't forget this, because if you forget this, you're not going to get the most out of this week. So let's see who decided to come out for you this week. So, a goddess in power is Medusa for appearance. So, in terms of this week, pretty much you actually are able to become more appealing to other people, which is kind of an already advantage of Scorpio in my opinion, because Scorpio's a sign about doing the nasty. But expect this week people are actually much easier to be more compliant with you. And this week, consider, you know, giving yourself a time to actually better yourself. Make sure your hair looks good, make sure your weave looks good. Just make sure all your pigeons look lined up, and that way you can better bring the most gain to yourself, if that makes sense. Also consider, I would say, you'll also be able to pick out more people that are trying to be slick on you and trying to bamboozle you out of what you're needing to make sure that you get what you're needing met. You'll be able to actually see right through it much easier this week. You must seek out my mom Bridget for redemption. So, okay, this week too, you're going to be needing to redeem yourself regarding something that was guarding your standing in society and how people were viewing you. Because having your appearance be what's in power this week, but also then having redemption behind it, it's just telling me that you have to avenge your standing in society because for some reason something was tarnishing it. And the way you redeem yourself, sometimes you had to go below the belt or above the belt, wherever around the belt. But just make sure that your standing gets the most secure this week and gets sustained. And then the one you mustn't forget being Gaia for creation, well, simply put, don't forget that no matter what's going on, you're able to take any circumstance and then change it for the best. Just make sure that regarding your standing in society, your appearance is going to be redeemed. Just make sure that you always hold the cure to fix it with Gaia there. And I don't know why I'm getting this, but if there was somebody who was trying to be all sneaky McSneaky with your reputation and then took a kind of below the belt swing at it, kind of like a swift little below the belt, like saying like, oh, he was doing this, what do you have to say about that, people? yeah, that's probably not going to be the best situation for them because you'll be able to recover it, no problem. And then the tarot, the way that the tarot is going to be, it's going to be a four. It's going to be an elemental cross spread for earth, air, fire, water, and then three advice cards. And I figure since we're going to be doing Scorpio, I figure we use an intense deck. So I decided to use the Ludi the Scott Tarot, also known as the deck that has three babies getting stabbed to death. But whatever, it's Scorpio, you got this. I mean, you probably have seen and dealt with worse. Oh, come on. It could have been much worse, okay? What, you expect me to use the definitely not Tim Burton Tarot, the Deviant Moon? No, that one's a little bit more gentle compared to this one. So regarding the Earth sector, health, wellness, finances, and stability and sense of security, we have the Sun. This depiction, we have a woman who looks like she just got bit by a vampire, and for some reason there is a guy that looks like a werewolf coming through the stained glass windows, and the sun behind him going, "Hey, hey, hey, I'm here to save the day, pretty lady." And she's also like, "Oh God, again? Again? No, I've already been bitten. Please, no, dude. I'm not in the mood to get bitten again. Please don't do this to me." So, regarding your health, if at least you're inquiring about your health, you might be recovering. Excuse me. You might be recovering from an ailment or an injury, and you're just getting over it, and then all of a sudden someone is a little late to the party, and they're all like, "Hey, I'll help you." No, 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 dude. I'm recovering just fine. Just go ahead and piss it. So just be aware that if somebody's trying to come in and help with your recovery, I would be best on your guard and not really trust them. But if it's regarding like your financial standing or like your sense of security, consider this actually somebody taking you out of a state of like not doing so hot, like not having enough financial standing for yourself or any kind of way of supporting yourself, and them actually coming in to like save the day and get you out of it. And also be helping your reputation at the same time. Regarding the air sector, regarding communications, intellect, your book smarts, your pretty much learning, communications, and interaction with other people, we have the Page of Swords. And in this depiction, we have a gentleman wielding a katana, and he doesn't look really that impressed. So I'm getting from this week, expect, to be not very trusting of other people. Well, but then again, having your reputation be a little bit damaged, and, regarding the health sector being, bitten by something and you're finally recovering, you're kind of like on guard. But also, this might be a good time to also take a step back and then realize, okay, how am I going to recover from this, and how am I going to make sure I can trust other people, and then examine people better so that way I can see what their true motives are. That way I don't have to worry about no BS coming my way ever again, because I don't really want any more of that. I'm just going to be on my guard, and if someone thinks they're slick, well, this gentleman in the hat is not going to put up with it anymore. I may be classy, but I still can go stabby. Just go with it. Regarding your challenges, obstacles, what's going to bring you zest and bring you life this week, we have the Two of Pentacles. This depiction, we have a beautiful woman, and she's kind of staring off into the sunset, just like, "Oh God, why have I done this?" Which is funny because above her, in the Earth sector, you have, it looks like the same woman, but just a different dress, and she looks better. Probably what I'm getting from this is that your challenge, or what's going to bring you life this week, is taking a look back at recovering from this big hot mess and thinking, "Oh, good Lord. That could have been pretty bad, but I'm just so thankful I'm still alive." And even though she's kind of crying and her mascara's ruined, oh, whoopee whoop, she's still looking onward towards where the sun is. So your challenge this week is probably understanding that, sometimes things that happen to you, it just happens to everybody, and you can just take a sign for a minute and understand that everybody goes through those dark patches, and sooner or later they'll be going back upwards, because that's just how the wheel of life goes. First you hit rock bottom, then you go all the way back up, and then you come back down, then you go back up, then back down, back up, and then it's just like a big seesaw game. It's like it's kind of like the wheel of, well, not really like the wheel of fortune, because it's just like, okay, let's see how lucky you are. Face plant. Okay, let's spin it again. How lucky are you? Face plant. Yeah, no. Then last but not least, regarding your emotional sector, your feelings, your cheesy woozy woo stuff, and psychic work and connections to divinity, we have the Eight of Swords. So in this depiction, we have a woman who is bound and stuck between having herself be just bound by 8 swords. She's not wearing anything, well, but just kind of a sign of being exposed. But she's bound, she's sitting, she's not depressed, she's not sad, she's just like, great, now what am I going to do? Well, I'm just going to sit here and hope the Lord land and no one blindsides me. Tick don't tick don't do 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 do. I wonder if anybody's going to come save me, cause I can't deal with this anymore. I hate being the Eight of Swords. But regarding your emotions and connections to divinity, this is probably a sign telling you to slow down, restrict yourself, and focus more on yourself and empower yourself than giving yourself out to other people, or even investing towards divinity. You might be doing it too much and you're neglecting yourself on the physical plane. So now your 3 advice cards for this week. 1, 2, 3. So your advice this week, we have the 2 of Swords, the 8 of Wands, and then the World. So for this week, I'm getting, make sure that you protect yourself and you say no when you need to say no. Don't let people walk all over you and then take advantage of you and think, oh, we can take advantage of this Scorpio, which is a big no-no. You do not take advantage of a Scorpio, because they will overkill you. Make sure that your needs and wants are fulfilled and your well-being is secure, because once you're able to get that, you're actually able to go face first without any resistance towards the end of this cycle of whatever's weighing you down, and then something new can begin. And just to see what is going to be coming about from this new cycle, so that way, we're not left on a cliffhanger. So what's going to be ending is the 2 of Wands, which is a card of pretty much being conflicted, just like, oh, I don't know, should I stay or should I go? You're not going to be conflicted anymore. You're going to be free about that. And then what's going to be coming afterwards of having the confliction end is the Ace of Swords, being in a state where you have full clarity and you don't have anything blinding you. So pretty much just make sure that your well-being and all that is taken care to its fullest potential, and that way you'll be able to start brand new with full clarity. Just make sure your needs are being taken care of, and you can go full face first towards this world of ending the confliction, and that way you can lead a new life being completely clear without anything blinding you. So Scorpio, that's what I got for you. So I will see you guys next week. Just make sure you guys also check out the Teespring for your signs merch to be up, and then I'll see you guys next week.